Around stuff. Today's episode is about introduction to a USB to SATA adapter and where and why you would want to use this. Okay, on the market you can buy a prepackaged what's called an external USB drive, and you plug it into a USB port on your computer, and then you can use Microsoft Windows commands to copy anything you want over to that drive. Um, it is a variation of a larger variation of us using a USB thumb drive. Thumb drives come in various sizes, but they have not gotten to the size of 1 gigabyte or even 500 gigabytes. I think they're in the 64 to 128 gigabyte range at this point, which is fine. Most people don't have data, and that's what you're primarily trying to back up is data off onto an external drive. So if you were to lose something, you could copy off of that drive back to into your computer on a hard drive there. Okay. Thumb drives are handy, they work great, and if you don't have a whole lot of data, that's not a bad way to go. But if you have a lot of data to back up and it won't fit on an available thumb drive, what people tend to do is to buy these prepackaged USB external drives. What they are is literally the same as this adapter, except it's got a plug-in SAT drive on it. The problem is those drives are cheap 5400 RPM drives. Now maybe that's okay for backup. You know the speed is not real important of the copy. It's important that you have a backup. Okay, but there's another way to do it, and that is to use this adapter, and then you could plug in any USB hard drive no SAT hard drive that you may have, including using a solid state drive like this, and you have much larger storage space. They sell prepackaged USB external hard drives in 1-2 terabyte, maybe even larger. But with this adapter, and you could in fact plug in a 10 terabyte hard drive if you wanted here, or any other size hard drive, and essentially make your own variation of those external USB to a backup drive. You can make your own. This is essentially what you're buying, except the hard drive that's inside of the package is a slow 5400 RPM mechanical hard drive. Okay, so the adapter, if you buy this adapter, that gives you the advantage of using a hard drive that you may have, SATA hard drive of any size, to use as backups. The other thing, this all obviously is something advanced beyond just using a thumb drive for backup purposes. Okay. You already probably know that you cannot do a disk copy of a C drive, which holds all the operating system and applications, to a backup, external backup, and then take that backup and plug it in place of the existing C drive. That will not work. You cannot do that. You have to do what's known as a cloning operation. Okay, that's where this comes in handy again. If I have a C drive in my computer that just holds operating system and programs, I can plug one of these in, put in a whatever drive I want, SATA. It could be a mechanical drive or it could be a solid state drive, and then do what's known as a cloning operation to that external drive. And once you're all done, you can pull out the hard drive that's in your computer and replace it with that cloned version. And that's the way I use it. Okay, so introduction to this. If you have one of these, it gives you more flexibility. You can put any SAT drive that you have, or you could buy of any size in here and back up to that. And it could be larger than a thumb drive, or if in fact this costs like $15–20, I don't know. And you can use whatever hard drive. If you have an old hard drive, you use that for your data backups, as opposed to buying a prepackaged um, external hard drive. That's the advantage of this. You can also do cloning with it. I'll talk about that in another episode. That's it for it today. This is On the Run Stuff. Today is the 7th of September 2025, and this was all about a USB to SAT adapter.